On May 14th, 2026, Donald Trump landed in China along with his delegation. He returned to Beijing after years and was shocked after seeing the futuristic city. Humanoid robots are everywhere, telling Trump that America has lost the AI game to China.
I think probably the biggest outcome of this meeting is going to be a lot of Fox News grandmas realizing just how behind we are technologically, how much more advanced China is at this point.
On May 1st, 2026, China put a new humanoid robot on the street along with the police. EngineAI T800 is a Terminator-style robot patrolling the streets along with police officers. Not only this, Unitree just dropped a real-life mecha AI robot. The video genuinely made people stop scrolling and forced Elon Musk to tweet, "Cool." He has also flown with Trump to China. With him are Tim Cook, Nvidia's owner Jensen Huang, BlackRock's Larry Fink, and many other executives. They are all shocked and a bit worried after seeing China's humanoid robots. Journalists who have gone with Trump are interacting with different humanoid robots. Their videos on social media are becoming viral. What types of robots do the Chinese have? What did US executives discuss about Chinese robots? We will get in depth of these questions in this video, so remain with us until the end. In early 2026, China claimed that it had created some humanoid robots that would patrol the city along with SWAT officers. On May 1st, 2026, they released the video and people realized it wasn't a demo machine that would wave at tourists. But it is the EngineAI T800. It is a full-size humanoid standing about 1.73 meters tall and weighing 75 kilograms. It walks beside armed officers wearing full police-style gear. Its video is gaining traction not because it is some ordinary cool robot, but because it moves with aggressiveness. It is not an ordinary service robot, but its physical movements are making it an intimidating robot who have changed how people see patrol. The T800 can run, perform combat-style movement, and even do spinning jacks. It is moving along with SWAT officers, not replacing them yet. But people around China believe it can soon replace them. Now, this one isn't the only humanoid robot in China present on the streets. During the May Day holiday in Guangzhou, police rolled out what looked like a complete smart police lineup between May 1st and May 5th. This includes drones, humanoid robots, and self-balancing scooters all working together as a part of a coordinated public safety system. The self-balancing scooters can reach up to 20 kilometers per hour and are useful in areas where normal vehicles are not allowed. Drones were deployed for aerial patrol. They monitored crowd flow and watched traffic conditions in real time. At a park on Ursa Island, a humanoid robot walks side by side with police officers. This robot's job was to attract people's attention, interact with citizens, and help officers spread anti-fraud messages. Police noticed that people are naturally attracted to robots and tend to listen to them attentively. The robot performed martial arts moves, talked to people, and used an interactive broadcast system to warn the public. Not only this, in Hangzhou during May 1st to 5th, the city deployed a squadron of 15 humanoid traffic robots at busy downtown intersections to manage pedestrian and vehicle flow. In Anshan, humanoid robots have been integrated into local police patrols at scenic spots to help safeguard public security. These examples tell us that China is working on making AI bodies a normal and useful part of their lives. Robots are no longer a fancy machine, but productive ones that will assist police officers and might replace them in the near future. Right now, they are doing small tasks and sometimes commit mistakes too. Evelyn Cheng, the writer of CNBC's China Connection newsletter, experienced a robotic voice warning her at the Hangzhou intersection that one scooter rider wasn't wearing a helmet. But the rider did have a helmet on his head. The robot was mistaken. The US journalists also have interesting interactions with law enforcement robots. Fox News journalists are covering Chinese AI advancements on the ground and are really shocked by how police robots have made China a better society.
One of the big things, they made a big deal about the fact they illegally parked for 2 minutes and got a ticket right away, which, for the law and order people, they should be happy about that, right?
Dream.
Now, robots are not only in the police or SWAT, but China has succeeded in making a robotic army too. China has taken initial steps in creating a robotic army. Its first technology is an autonomous wolf pack of robot dogs and drones that thinks and hunts as a single organism. The wolf pack shared the same digital brain, with each robot performing specific tasks. Shadow is the eyes and the ears of the pack. It gathers intelligence, maps terrains, finds local enemy positions, and identifies threats. Polar is just like a command and control backbone of the army. It is the heavy lifter who moves logistics and ammunition and assists in coordination. And then there are blood-stained units. They carry out direct attacks, as they have the pack's primary weapons like mini-missiles and grenade launchers. Their AI algorithms know how to prioritize the target and do the assault. They hit around 15 kilometers per hour and carry around 25 kilograms of payload. Their control scheme is aggressively simple. A soldier can run the whole pack using voice commands, a joystick mounted on their rifle, and hand gestures. The wildest part is a system called ATLS. In it, soldiers are training the swarms of robots, dogs, and drones to understand each other without any constant radio communication. If GPS signals fail or soldiers can't communicate on the ground, these dogs and drones can attack without any pause. These robots are for land. But China has covered the sea and air layer too. In the waters, they have unmanned L-30 boats running at 65 kilometers per hour. They can autonomously encircle and ram targets. In the air, there are laser cannons called Guangjian. Their one unit blinds drone swarms and another burns their machinery. Their algorithms decide the targets. The human operator only has one button: confirm strike. Along with it, China is creating an army of humanoid robots. It means they will resemble the anatomy of the human body. These futuristic soldiers will either carry weapons or they will be integrated directly into their systems. Michael Hochberg, physicist and president of Periplus, a technology consulting company, has said, "The reason you'd build a humanoid is so that it can use the same kind of weapons a human would use. But many of the robot systems people are deploying in combat, they're using heavier weapons, or they're using weapons that are bolted on in one way or another. Their faces are covered with all kinds of visual and audio sensors so that they can process the data." Now, China is still working on military robots, but America has already progressed in this field. The most lethal weapon America has is AI-guided loitering munitions. The US Department of Defense says these kinds of weapons can independently target and destroy the enemy without manual human control. The US has recently sent 2 robots to Ukraine, which are conducting frontline reconnaissance. This test run will help the military to optimize future iterations of AI soldiers. If we compare America's and China's robotic developments, both are competing with each other on an equal level. America has years of combat data, and its military robots are already performing their tasks, but China has mass robotic production. It has created an eye-watering number of robots outside of the military sector. According to a 2025 New York Times report, more robots are working in China than the rest of the world combined. The New York Post agrees with it, stating that China has installed nearly 10 times as many robots in factories as the US. Donald Trump and the US executives have seen this during their trip to China. That's why they talk about AI safety rules and regulations. US executives are really concerned about the Chinese AI system as it is using old chips and an unreliable AI system. The Pentagon is alarmed by the Chinese rush for AI military tools, believing that it could leave weaknesses in the autonomous system. China is using old chips and a diluted AI system in their military weapons. So, there are chances that robots will make blunders in the war by targeting or killing innocent people. That's why Trump and his delegation want to rush their military weapons production. They are panicking and want to compete with the mass production of China's weapons. Hai Zhao, a director of international political studies at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, a state-affiliated think tank, has shown his concerns regarding this AI arms race. He said, "If China and the US get involved in an AI arms race, then it is bad not just for both countries, but for all humanity." That's why the US and China have talked about AI safety and regulations. NVIDIA's owner has made a deal with China. Now, it can sell its H200 chips to major Chinese companies. Trump has also invited Xi Jinping to America in the fall. This can be a positive attempt to avoid any AI arms race or any brutal war in the future. China is behind in the military AI weapons technology, but its robots are thriving in other sectors. Its hardware is getting cheap, so creating humanoid robots has become quite easy and affordable. Unitree just introduced a humanoid system starting at $4,290. This system isn't just a simple toy, but a really unique and productive technology. It has binocular vision, voice interaction, a 4-array microphone system, and real-time perception capabilities. Instead of forcing a full humanoid body, it has flexibility so that it could work in different scenarios. Each arm can have 5 or 7 degrees of freedom, with the total system going up to 31 degrees of freedom. The waist rotates plus or minus 150 degrees. It means it has capabilities of working in a diverse environment, such as in a warehouse or at home. Developers can also customize it according to their needs. On May 12, 2026, Unitree stepped up and released the first ever manned transformable mecha. It is starting from $650,000 and weighs around 500 kilograms with the man inside. This model is known as GD01. In the video, the owner of Unitree, Huang climbed into the open-air cockpit mounted in its chest area. The robot then walks with a stable and smooth stance and demolishes a stack of cinder blocks. Later in the video, even without any pilot, it smashes the wall of bricks on its own. Then it bends backwards, folds its legs, and turns into a 4-legged quadruped form within seconds. Then, it moves onto the uneven road without any external assistance. It stands at roughly 1.6 times the height of an average adult. It dynamically adjusts its center of gravity during the mode switch. On May 13th, Elon Musk tweeted "cool" under the video. But there is still a lot of room for improvement in this technology. Unitree acknowledged that its robot is in an early experimental stage with limited functional capabilities for users. Huang, a marketing staff member at Unitree Robotics, told the Global Times that they are already working on making this technology cheaper and better. While telling the company's ultimate goal, he said, "The application scenarios for Unitree's products are mainly aimed at changing the way we work. For example, our robots can be used in high-risk and harsh environments." So, in the near future, Unitree might come up with an even more advanced and better AI mecha machine. Other than Unitree's mecha and military robots, China has released many advanced robots in 2026 that are breaking human records and doing unimaginable things. Earlier this year, a humanoid robot, Lightning, won the Beijing half-marathon race in a staggering 50 minutes and 26 seconds. The human record was 57 minutes and 20 seconds. Breaking this record is really a big achievement. Lightning's legs resembled an elite human's legs. Moreover, they also borrowed technology from smartphones, including liquid cooling systems. That helped prevent overheating. With this, sensors and onboard computing allowed the robots to adjust their speed and balance. According to the engineers behind the project, the real goal is not racing. It is a stress testing system. If a robot can run 13.1 miles at high speed without failing, it can likely handle long shifts in industrial settings without breaking down. It doesn't mean that every robot was flawless. A few break down at the beginning of the race. A few fell when unexpected barriers came. This shows that AI companies have to do a lot of work on these robots. If we talk about other Chinese robots, UBTech Walker S2 is another unique robot engineered to automate complex tasks in manufacturing environments. Its force-compliant drive joints and rigid flexible coupling hybrid structures enable it to walk and operate effectively on fast-moving production lines. A standout feature of the robot is its autonomous battery swapping system, which lets it independently navigate to a charging station, remove a depleted battery, and install a fresh one, enabling continuous operation around the clock with minimal human intervention. On December 22, 2025, TARS released their T-Series robots that did something no robotics had ever done in their lives. The company took their humanoid robot on the stage in a live event. It sat down and stitched a logo in front of people. Now, this is unique because humans need years to master embroidery skills. This is really demanding physical and delicate work that the robot did with precision. Now, on May 14th, when US journalists toured Beijing, they were impressed with these different humanoid robots. World News Tonight's anchor and managing editor David Muir traveled to one of the biggest AI developer conferences in China to see the machines firsthand. He saw Limps Dynamics' G1 humanoid robot named Ollie, which could do household tasks. It is 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs around 121 pounds. It can mimic human waist and hip movements. This gives it the ability to lie down and sit back up on its own, a major technical leap in the world of robotics. Limps Dynamics developers are hopeful that Ollie will do factory work too. Its flexibility has undergone numerous tests, such as skating on the ice. Fox News anchors are also interacting with robots and broadcasting them to their audience.
If you want to order something, hello, can I get a sausage, please?
Okay, 烤肠 8.8 yuan.
This is the first of its kind, moving a little slow, but Galbot is actually in 50 different pharmacies.
David and Fox News anchors both believe that robots were slow. They are not in a position to replace humans yet. Their developers are also assuring the public that humanoid robots aren't going to take their jobs.
We ask, will it replace humans?
It will not replace humans, but it will replace some work that human does.
Won't replace the human, but replace some of the work. Be very careful, right?
Maybe this assurance is the reason that the Chinese are excited about AI ventures. They are eager to see more humanoid robots and are integrating them into their lives without any resistance. But in America, people are scared. They believe AI will take their jobs away. This reluctance from the public is progressively slowing down their AI development process. However, American companies are now working on humanoid robots to keep pace with China. Amazon just bought a robotics startup called Fauna, along with its humanoid robot called Sprout. It is a compact bipedal robot of almost 1 meter. It has soft shells and is designed for social interaction. Amazon also picked up behind-the-scenes Riva delivery robots to automate the last-mile delivery. Rumors are that Amazon is planning to replace 600,000 jobs in the future. BMW is also running a new humanoid from a Swiss company called Hexagon. The robot is called Aeon, and BMW is teaching it precise components production and handling of high-voltage batteries. It is built for precision work and uses wheels to move around. Musk also has announced that Tesla, SpaceX, or xAI are building a vertical chip fortress. Musk has claimed that NVIDIA's chip production isn't enough for his company, so he is creating his own closed system. These chips will help him in the mass production of humanoid robots. The internal plan for Tesla is to mass produce 50,000 robots this year. The first batch will not go for the sale, but will work in Tesla's plants and diners. And there is the interesting part. Tesla's China leadership just suggested that Giga Shanghai could become the biggest enabler for mass humanoid production. If this is possible, then Tesla might be able to manage mass humanoid robot production for less money. What do you think about this AI race? Share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.